Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today it is June 1st, which means it is question time once again. So the idea of question time is you ladies and gentlemen out there in the YouTube world can post a comment, and then on Friday, myself and Pancake will try to answer them to the best of our given abilities. These questions can be pad related, they can be life related, they could be addressed to myself or Pancake, but just make them interesting because ideally it's something you just can't Google an answer for. Like, you can be creative is the idea. And I guess a little update on myself. So I usually like to update my reading list kind of like every month it seems. So I finished the 6th Dune book and I was left disappointed. Frank Herbert is the original author, and he actually died reasonably shortly after finishing this book. And I thought the series would end, and it was already kind of on the decline. I liked the first book. The first book is fantastic, the best of the series. You should read that one, and you can honestly just stop there. The second book was underwhelming. Book 3 and 4, I actually did enjoy. It introduced quite a few interesting concepts like power, control, religion, how they all mix, and I thought that was interesting. Book 5 was kind of flat. It felt like an introduction for Book 6, but Book 6 wasn't even that exciting either. It just, like, I can see there's a build-up, but it didn't build up to anything that substantial, I felt. I felt more disconnect from the characters, less emotional attachment. I just wasn't as invested. And then it actually ended on a cliffhanger, but the original author died. And his son and someone else did pick up the reins, so to speak, but I was already kind of not enjoying book 5 and 6, and, like, I guess it might close some loose ends, but I've already kind of feel like I'm almost, like, bored of Dune at this point in time, like, after reading book 5 and 6. Like, book 3 and 4, definitely worth it, and you could stop after 3 and 4, because it does technically have an ending that is a conclusion in itself. You could just happily stop there, but it kept going, and it just didn't go so well. So, I finished this yesterday, actually, so now I'm having a choice of 3 different books that I will start next. I'm either going to start reading Ilium by Dan Simmons, who wrote the Hyperion Cantos, which is one of my absolute favorite book series of all time. So I like the author. I think this should be interesting. I'm trusting that Dan Simmons is going to write something meaningful still. I also have the Forever War, and I guess if it's good, I'll probably get the sequel. What I do is I actually look up books that won the Hugo and the Nebula Award, and I know this one won both of them. So it has to be pretty good if it wins the top, like, sci-fi awards in a given year. Like, it must be pretty meaningful. And the last option I'm considering to start is Red Mars. I'm probably going to get to all these at some point. And again, Red Mars and its sequel, Blue or Green Mars, I guess the naming is kind of dumb. But at least 2 of their books won those awards. So, like, I'm just going to go on a limb and say so many people can't be wrong about a given book, so it must be quite exciting. So between these 3, I haven't quite decided which one I want to dive into. If you, ladies and gentlemen, have strong recommendations, let me know. I guess in other non-book news, I still am playing lots of board games, especially by myself. I'm playing tons and tons of Spirit Island once again. Spirit Island has become, well, it's my favorite solo board game of all time. The main drawback of Spirit Island is once you have it, all your other solo board games will feel underwhelming by comparison. But in other good news, Nemesis is a board game that I backed on Kickstarter like a year or a year and a half ago. I don't even remember. And it's a game I've wanted for many, many years. And it came back to Kickstarter recently. And it should be delivered within like a month. No, within a week. Probably a week and a half to 2 weeks time frame. And when it does come in, I will probably start miniature painting once again. Because I do enjoy painting miniatures. Like, there are some bigatures that I could paint. And, well, obviously, if it focuses, it's more interesting. But it's pretty cool. Like, I can do some cool stuff with miniature painting, and Nemesis has giant alien monsters, and I'm looking forward to painting those and all the blood, splatter, and gore that comes along with it. So, ask exciting questions for myself and Pancake. Hopefully all the Mantastic day. I do wish you the best luck in your own adventures, and I'll answer these on Friday. Happy puzzling.